Stepping outside the conventional Skywalker saga gives the opportunity to explore some new aspects of the Star Wars galaxy. What are some of your favorite unsung Star Wars details to explore?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things. I bet working on the prequel, there's a lot of things we wanted to do, and we got to do some cool things. And one thing that was very popular up at work, and I guess I can talk about because it was pictured online already, was we got to make an older version of a Y-Wing fighter. And that went over like gangbusters with the crew, because I guess that had been an old theory that the rebels had taken the Y-Wing and used pieces and parts of it and stripped it down. So we did an older version of the Y-Wing that the Republic had just ordered them moved for the war. So getting to do that kind of thing was fun, and getting to use the Jedi that just sit in the council and actually have them talking and doing things and interacting, and, trying to see what type of characters they are and show how they're all different from one another. They're not just guys that kind of meditate, wear brown robes, but have a character and personality. Like Kit Fisto obviously has got the smile. That's his whole game. So you have to explore his character from that point, and it's fun to get to do that. I really like doing that.
Yeah, it was something that again, we already touched on, but I thought Kit Fisto was a cool character design, and we really did basically nothing with him in the features. He's back there, you see a little bit of action, but you never really know who he is.
Did less with Plo Koon.
Yeah.
He's my favorite. He sat in a chair and then he got blown up.
Speaking of which,
I told George about that too. I said, you make all the special dishes. You make a special dish where he's walking through the temple, or I once asked him.
We don't know he's dead, by the way.
Well, I tried that already. I said to George, I said, could you digitally put a parachute in when Plo Koon's fighter gets blown up? And he said, yeah, but then he lands on Neimoidia, and the Neimoidian says, look at that ugly thing, and they kicks him off the bridge. And then I said, yeah, but then the parachute catches on a rock, and he's alive. And he said, yeah, but then a droid fighter comes by and shoots him, and he's dead. Then I said, well, at least that's 30 more seconds of screen time than he had before. I even asked him once to put Plo Koon at the end of Return of the Jedi, because he could pan over from Hayden to show, if he added Hayden, why not add Plo and show that all the Jedi came back, and that didn't go over too well either. I tried, but for the fans. Right?
You can always find a small tissue sample that takes its Camino.
Right, yeah, sure. They just hang out there cloning anything.
All right, so speaking of Plo Koon, is it true that you dressed yourself up as Plo Koon for the Episode 3 opening?
Yes, that's true. That's like a favorite Lucasfilm fact now, You tell them once, I made a costume, and then forever after. Actually, it's on a mannequin outside my office now.
See, now everybody knows.
Well, we were thinking of doing an idol switch at the archive building where the actual Plo Koon head is, the two, because Rob Coleman did a really nice thing where the first big meeting I had with George to sell the idea of the show, the look of it, basically. After the meeting, he had that costume of Plo Koon's mask and stuff brought down to the archive. We went down there under the guise that we were looking at it for work and took our pictures with it. But Rob did. That was really nice of him, and I got to see the whole mask up front. So, yeah, I should mention, we worked with Rob Coleman a lot in the beginning of Clone Wars to work out some of the animation techniques we were going to use. He went to Singapore to work with the animators there, and when it comes to Yoda, Rob is the guy. So it was great that when we had some stuff with Yoda early on to have Rob right in the building. So that was really a real treat for me.